not sure how pissing off.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Damage Does D&D. Sorry, we ran a couple of minutes late today, but we are
My
here.
fault.
You don't have to own up to that, James, but thank you so much for doing so. You're very brave. I'm sure the fandom will absolutely hate you forever. All three of them.
Yeah.
Which is probably us anyway. So there you go. We return once again to the land of Helloran, and tonight what we did last time is read by the lovely Melissa. Please take it away.
Well, it was nice meeting the other Tabaxi of the Wandering Gusts clan. Especially Darcy, who I think is Miette's sister-in-law. I'm not entirely sure on the true relationship, but they're definitely good friends. I kind of feel bad for the hatred they get from Redport, and they definitely don't deserve that. Our rest was quickly interrupted, though, by word of a strange creature approaching the camp. We rushed over to investigate, while Miette and Florian went to warn the caravan leaders that they may be in danger. I identified this central figure of 3 to be a barbed devil, a monster known for slinging fire and pain with glee. Though it seemed to have an extra pair of arms, and upon later inspection seemed to have this extra pair grafted onto its body from another creature. I wasn't so sure on the other 2 creatures, though, being dragged by chains behind the devil. Definitely not fiendish, though. The pack definitely seemed to be tracking us by Snow's judgment, and we'd have to fight them to keep the back caravan safe. Gus even called upon Bridgers early, which was quite surprising, especially to Darcy, who had been stood by us watching the creatures as well. That dragon seems to be getting bigger every day. I'm not sure what to make of it, but Gus seems to have her under control. Darcy wanted to fight alongside us, but Miette convinced her to go back and help the caravans escape. Galenza also stayed with the caravans, keeping up the illusion that disguised their retreat. We launched into the fight with the creatures, using our disguise position to ambush them. I was unsure if my magic would affect them. Still not sure what the rules seem to be with this pact I've entered in with unknowingly with Fiona. But it seemed to hit the mark. Despite the bug-like monsters having a disorienting effect on some of us, we took them down quickly. Miette handily sliced the barbed devil apart. My arrow struck down one of the bug creatures, and Snow proceeded, in what seems to be a running theme for him, to eviscerate the other. When the monsters dead, Gus and Yarick decapitated them, took a spine from the devil, and then burnt them to ash with the strange hell of fire that Yarick can summon. After ensuring that we were okay, we sat back to reunite with the caravans. Galenza's illusions almost led us astray, but Snow still got that knack and found us back with the caravans. We agreed to buy Darcy and ambushing Miette into a furball, and we were led back to the Menahill caravan, and Miette is thanked deeply, along with us, her caravan. To the point where she's given a position of honor in the Menahill caravan, which I assume is a good thing. Though shortly afterwards, Madame Fillon joined us to thank Miette as well, to the point of giving Madame Miette, I'm still not quite used to the Tabaxi manners, her own caravan. With this, Madame Fillon returned to bed, and as we rested, Snow revealed that he'd been badly injured by the barbed devil. A large amount of his fur got burnt off. Oh, and Florian upset the dwarves by pretending to drink. The aniseed drink's a bit strong for me, but I'll do my best. I am worried for Florian, though. I hope we find some answers in the forest we're headed to. Things seem to be getting worse. That capturing devil thing is still out there somewhere, and I wake up every day fearing that Fiona's going to start putting her attention on me. Whatever Vale has planned, I hope it works.
Thank you very much, Melissa. Very good. So, we join our merry band on the morning after the night before. You've all had a chance to rest, sleep. You can all have a long rest on your character sheets.
Yay.
Because you may need that. You never know. And the day is a little overcast. It's fairly early when you wake first to sounds that you've not heard for a long time. The sounds of a Tabaxi caravan camp waking up. those little noises that you didn't realise that you'd been missing. You know, the little ones complaining about having to get up and do chores, the fires being reignited in the mornings, the shouts, friendly banter about why nobody can cook the perfect breakfast. You know, all the little tiny things that you've missed so much about having your family around and being at ease with the world. And as you stir, listening to all of this, there, inside your mind, is a little voice that says, well, isn't that jolly? My favourite little tabaxi. With all the other little tabaxi. Do have a lovely day, won't you?
Because that's not at all ominous.
I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. So, Miette, you are first awake. You can hear the snoring of Gus, Yorick probably too, and the others that are asleep. What would you like to do? The day is yours.
Well, as is my duty as Madame, I shall take provisions from the caravan and set up a small fire and get a pot of breakfast going.
Perfect. Okay.
I think you'd. Sorry, I was about to say. I think you'd see Florian up as normal, quite early, doing probably a more extensive workout routine than what you'd see him do, knowing that he's coming up to whatever the hell's in front of him and what they've just been through as well.
Okay. As you get up to do your routine before everybody else, you can see Miette moving about, which is unusual. Normally Miette sleeps in or is vanished somewhere, but she's up, she's cooking.
If she's anywhere near me while she's doing this, I would take note and take point and quietly, because I don't know the whole tabaxi routine and how they do stuff, but would also go, Madame Miette, do you need any help, or is this all down to you?
I am a little bit rusty perhaps at this, but I'm confident I can make breakfast for us all.
I'll be with you in about 10, don't worry. And
Did someone eat breakfast?
Dwarves are up.
It will be a few minutes before it is ready, guys. You may as well sleep a little longer.
All right.
Awesome. So, the rest of you come to in various, the next few minutes, smelling the good smells of a hearty breakfast being cooked. There's bacon, there's eggs, there's all sorts of interesting things that you can smell. So, once you, unless anybody else wants to do anything, once you convene around the central fire that Miette has made, the morning is yours. What do you wish to do?
I want to go out hunting. I want to go out and track some deer or rabbits or something and hunt them down and shoot them dead and bring the bloody bodies back.
Okay. You can definitely do that. Are you taking anyone with you?
I'd usually take Yorick, but he's a cumbersome clod that falls over sticks and things. Makes a lot of noise in his big thinky clanky armor, but I'm a sneaky, stealthy scout.
Right. Okay. Are you telling anyone you're doing this, or are you just going to wander off?
Oh no, after breakfast I'd tell Yorick that I was going. Just going, Yorick, I'm going to go hunting and get some stuff, all right?
What sort of stuff?
Well, like meat stuff.
Oh, meat stuff.
Yeah,
I thought
I've got a plan.
I didn't know what you meant by stuff. I thought you might be looking for some special mushrooms or something.
Well, I'll get you some of those if I see them, but I don't know what they look like.
Right, just mushrooms, aren't they?
All right, if I find any mushrooms, I'll bring them back for you and you can test them.
Give them a quick lick, and yeah, you'll probably find them.
Yeah, gotcha. Right out. So I'll be back in a bit. All right.
All right.
Okay.
And I'll trot off.
Okay, so as Gus exits the campsite, are you going in the direction you've come from, or a different direction? What's the plan?
Let me roll a d6 and tell you which direction I'm going
Okay.
in. I'm going in direction 3, so that'd be north, northeast, east, south, southeast.
Okay.
You should have really rolled a d8.
Yeah,
but
I'm thinking
sure.
there's more compass points than you've got dice numbers for
Yeah.
there, but you're
I'm
going
blocked.
southeast. Okay, all right, fine. Wow. Okay, so as Gus, are you going quietly or are you stomping off?
Well, originally, at the beginning, I'd just run off because there's
Okay.
no point going quietly straight away. But once I get anywhere that I think there might be anything, I'll go stealthily.
Okay, so you get about 40, 50 yards outside the caravan, and as the noise drops behind you, make me a stealth roll, please.
I don't often get to use my plus 10 to stealth.
All right. Wow.
That's your choice.
24.
24. Lovely. Okay, so as the rest of you watch as Gus announces he's going hunting, stumbles off through the bushes and disappears into the distance. We'll get to him in a minute. Anybody else want to do anything?
Oh. Is our plan to go with the rest of the tabaxi caravan?
Well, I believe that's where Florian will find answers. But before we set out, I will need to give you a tour, as it were, of the caravan.
Oh, that might be wise. It's been quite an impressive looking thing from the outside.
It is a fine caravan.
Is there anything?
Sorry, carry on.
Is there anything we need to do as part of this caravan?
We will need to tend to the horses and manage its upkeep over time, but that is all.
No one's ever asked this, and I've just had it kind of envisioned as like a gypsy-esque caravan. Is that what they are, or are they slightly bigger
They are slightly
to hold
bigger.
more people?
They are slightly bigger. I would say, yeah. I mean, literally, they can sleep 8 adults comfortably.
Okay, so like a
they're
30-foot-ish,
Yeah,
sort of like.
about that.
Okay.
But I'll
Very
let,
strong horses.
they are very strong horses.
From the top of the caravan, can I see any of the kits about?
Make a perception check.
18.
18. You look about, you can see other caravan campsites. You can see a lot of people sitting, eating breakfast or just finishing up breakfast. And most of the smaller kits seem to have been given chores, washing up, tidying the campsites. They all seem to be busy working. They're complaining about it, but they're doing it.
Mm-hmm. Is there any sort of close by to our caravan?
Yeah, there's a couple.
Okay. So Snow's going to slip down off the back of the caravan and sort of gesture to the two closest and go, and then sneak around the other side towards Melissa.
Okay. The ones that you would be closest to would be Ziff and Zeph, the two twin 5-year-olds.
Yeah, so they'd see this wicked grin on Snow's face.
Okay. So they kind of look at each other, look to see if anybody else is watching, and sort of literally just dump what they're doing and run for you. There's no stealth involved. They just drop the plates, run.
Okay, yeah.
So they get round.
There, so he's going to sneak round towards Melissa.
They imitate what you're doing. I'd like a stealth roll, please, and I'll roll for them.
30.
30. Nice. Okay. Well, they rolled 17 and a 19, so they're good.
Oh, my passive is 14.
Yep. So imitating you. Who's doing that?
That's Viddy.
Viddy, stop breathing, please.
Oh, I have my hand in the wrong place, sorry.
It's like, Luke, I am your father. So,
He's turning purple. Look at that.
you can breathe again.
It's to breathe again.
Jesus Christ. Like herding cats, sometimes it really is. So, anyway. The two kits follow you, aping exactly what you're doing.
And then Snow literally just leans over Melissa's shoulder, right in her ring. Good morning.
And you also see from either side is these two kits. Good morning! And then they burst into fits of giggles and fall all over the floor.
No, could you not do that?
Quickly, go, back to your chores before you get in trouble.
And they run. The pair of them run.
I got to teach the next generation all of these good tricks.
One of these days, I'm going to jump straight out my skin.
That would be something that I would like to see, and maybe I can make you into a cloak.
Right. In future, I'm going to be spending my mornings with my mirror up here so I can see you coming.
Somehow I don't think that's going to help you much.
Do you do this to anyone else?
I mean, it's not as fun with anybody else because they don't jump. And some people are more observant than you are. Looks pointedly at Celeste.
She's just standing there smiling.
Although they are not as stealthy as other people.
I'm working on it.
Okay, before...
No, that's...
Sorry.
Sorry. I was to say, no, that's happened. After I finished breakfast, I just want to sit there. I'm not moving away from anybody. But can I sit there, cross my legs, in my meditative state, and just try and not think about anything for the first time in a few days. Just try and clear my mind. I don't want to try and think about Fiona, the attack yesterday of basically these hellhounds or whatever the fuck they were searching for me. I don't want to think about my sister. I just want to try and go into the day for the first time completely refreshed and on it, basically.
Okay. Give me an insight check. Because I like doing that to you because it's funny.
Yeah.
Is he inside checking himself again?
Jesus
He's
Christ,
insight
okay.
checking to see if he can clear his mind sufficiently.
I think I can, because the first roll in a few weeks has been 25.
25, yeah.
Yeah, natural 19.
You sit and you listen to the surrounding chatter and you just listen to it until you just... Sorry, excuse me. You just phase it out. And it fades. And you're left with nothing. And you slowly close your eyes. Not shutting out the world, but just acknowledging it's there. Taking the time to just slowly phase that out as well. You enter into a trance-like state where almost nothing. You're just listening to your own heartbeat. As you've been taught many times, many years before. To calm, and your heartbeat slows. Your breathing slows. And to anybody else, it just looks like you are sat cross-legged, asleep. But your breathing is so minimal now that were people to listen to you, even very carefully, they would not be able to hear your breathing. And your heartbeat is slowed to boom, boom, boom. And your feeling you have is one of complete and total relaxation and shutdown. Nothing is entering or exiting your consciousness at all.
probably stay like that for a little longer than I usually would. I'd say it would probably be around about 5 minutes, but for this time, 7 to 8 minutes.
Okay.
Because it hasn't happened in a long time. I've tried to do it. I've either been focused on other things or things have been happening. But yeah, just a little bit, 2 or 3 minutes longer.
Yep.
And then I'd just come back to sort of like looking as if I weren't dead and alive.
Yeah. So whilst everybody's concentrating on the kits and Snow scaring the shit out of Melissa, Gus has gone off hunting.
Yeah.
Yorick, Trelador, Celeste, what are you up to?
Trelador!
Yes.
Morning.
Morning.
We didn't get time to you last night because of the fight and the drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to talk to the big man?
If you want to. Maybe you should take the lead today. I've been speaking to Otto.
You're having lots of conversations with him then. What are you talking about?
Well, can't break confidentiality. I mean, it's mainly about you.
Really about me? Alright, yeah. You can tell me all about it later. Just
Okay.
sat on the floor as normal.
Okay.
Axe lap. Going through the normal ritual of trying to contact reorcs.
Okay.
And
Sorry. Okay, that's better. Sorry about that. So, you reach out with your mind. What do you say exactly?
Morning, reorcs. I know we don't normally do this sort of time of day, but I'm hoping we can carry on working on the axe. That's all right, please.
I mean, what? Yes. Alright, nothing wrong with me today. I'm fine.
Big night, was it?
Nope. It was all not anything at all. No, I'm fine. Yes, axes, you say? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Always up for an axe first thing in the morning. Just give me a second, will you?
I know I can't hear this, but I really want to insight this right now.
You are meditating.
I want to question the wisdom of having a hungover god help you with your axe work.
I mean,
They're dwarves, that's what they do.
how can
Exactly.
what could
Like,
possibly go wrong?
Well,
This-
A dwarf does his best work while drunk or hungover or both.
I mean, it's fair.
There's nothing unusual about this.
So, right, sorry about that. It was just a couple of smitey things I had to do. Right, so, right, axes. Axes, yes. What are we doing with the axe? Just, I want you to explain it to me as if you've first started it. How many times have you done it? I can't remember.
So I am enchanting this axe with my what spell was it? Flaming smite, searing smite.
Oh,
I have done it 7 times so far. This will be number 8.
right, yeah, I totally remember all of that.
Which means I get it to level 2.
Oh, level 2. Fantastic. So, just out of, I of course remember all of the details, but when you smack things with this axe of yours, will you be dedicating the kills to myself? Obviously.
Well, it's for Trelador, and yeah, of course he will.
Trelador!
You know-
Oh, that wee shite. Okay. Oh yeah. Right. By the way, Trelador, you can hear all of this.
okay.
Okay. Right. Okay. So, just one more. You say in level 2. and then Trelador will be dedicate. Hang on. Trelador, are you listening to me?
No.
So you
I
are.
mean,
Good.
yes.
Yes, excellent. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. When you kill things with this, you'll be dedicating them to me. Is that correct?
So.
You suppose so?
Yes.
Right. I'm not sure how much interaction you've had with gods, but we generally
You got my
like you to
votes?
be a little more respectful first thing in the morning. Don't make me fucking think too much.
It's a one-word answer.
Okay.
Doesn't require a lot of thought.
There comes a sort of beside you, and there's a square hole in the ground as if somebody's hit it very hard with a very large hammer. Right, now that's got that out of my system. Right, go ahead, Yorick. I will assist as ever, because I am your god.
You're the best god as well.
Aye, I know. But thank you. I thank you for your respect, and I also feel respect for my top cleric.
Do you want me to go and leave you two to it? Do you want a room on your own?
I mean, Yorick, are you sure you want to do this? He does. He does seem a little. How can I put this? Bit of a fuckstick.
I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to smite him a bit.
Well, I might. My aim's a little off this morning, but I might.
Trelador, do you have anything to say?
No. I mean, sorry.
Well, you'd be better watching what Yorick does and paying more respect to your god if you're going to want all this new power and fancy stuff that I'm probably gonna give you. Maybe. Did you sign anything yet?
Can you remember?
Obviously. It's a test. Yorick.
No, we didn't.
Ah, good. Soon then. Excellent. In blood. Not yours, other people's.
Naturally.
Marvellous.
Maybe get on with it now?
I mean,
Yeah.
Yorick's
if you want to.
I mean, Yorick's already preparing and doing this thing, so I'm just lending him my divine assistance, as it were. I can do this and talk to you, because I am a god. I can multi-skill.
Wow, you're really powerful.
Aye. I mean, yes, good. That's better. Keep that up.
Okay.
Marvellous. So, Yorick, do your normal roll.
I normally roll.
That's a very good question. I can't remember either. I'm turning into real old.
D100.
Yes, it is a D100, isn't it? And we were.
Told you, I'm the intelligent one. He's the thick one.
He's the wise one, I think, is what you meant to say, wasn't it?
I did, yes.
Did we add some rules to this for adding numbers? I'm sure we did. But give me a D100.
41.
41. Nice. So, with Riox's aid, you're a little rusty this morning. And as you say, you're not used to doing this sort of thing first thing in the morning. It's usually last thing at night after a few beers. But sober seems to be going okay. And yeah, you can mark off the required spell slot. Take it to level 2.
Are you still there?
You don't get anything back.
I know you are. I have a request, oh great God. Would you be up for a little demonstration of your power?
Still no answer.
I'll just keep talking, because you're ever present and never know him. There's an elf in this camp called Kalinsa. Maybe you could mess with her a little bit. Show her that, bring her down a peg. Show her she's not all that. Nothing permanent, but she's a bit up herself. I don't like people who are up them.
Still no answer.
I think Melissa's dead.
Good chat.
Isn't that like the sweaty sock calling the jockstrap smelly?
I mean, possibly. So, Yorick, as you are concentrating on this, it takes quite a while. I think it was an hour, we said, was it? For you to do this?
Yeah.
That's it, cool. So, Celeste, what were you up to?
I would go up to the kits that Snow was being cheeky with. But I would help.
They've run straight off back to their caravan.
Oh, they left their chores then?
No, they've gone back to their caravan to finish their chores.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought they were doing chores outside, so...
Snow distracted them to come and take part in the prank, and then sort of shooed them away to go back to their chores before they got in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, you can go and find them if you want to.
I was just going to go and help them with their chores.
Yeah, I mean, they were just literally... they're part of Madame Fion's caravan, and they're basically doing the washing up and tidying breakfast stuff away. So, yeah, they probably would have finished. But...
Okay.
Anything else you want to do at the moment?
I was going to talk to Trellador, but he's a bit predisposed at the moment.
He's a little busy at the minute, but as his conversation seems to peter out, you can for sure talk to him as Florian rouses himself.
Trellador, may I have a word?
You started?
I wanted to see how you are.
Fine. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Awesome.
You seem a bit distracted by my sister, and I wondered if
Nope.
maybe
not
there
at
was
all.
something you wanted to talk about.
Not a lot to say.
Very well. If you change your mind, you can just come and find me.
I mean, we don't really get on. I guess you've already spoken to her.
Not a great deal. She seems very...
I think you should. I think you two would get on very well.
I can't say that I had a very good first impression of her.
Trellador, I think what Celeste is trying to say is you're an asshole, but you're our asshole. So if she wants to mess with you, then she's going to get stabbed.
Thank you, Snow. That's the nicest thing you've ever...
It's not the nicest thing I've ever said to you, but I am being honest with you.
It's one thing that Snow can always be relied upon.
And I mean, you are working on the, being more personable, which is admirable.
You saw, I asked Celeste how she was, and I kind of meant it.
I did, and I'm very proud of you.
Sorry, you didn't need to hear that. I mean, I think it would do you a good education in speaking to people, Celeste, if you were to go into... I think you'd get on
I would
famously.
really like to see that happen. Just for the chaos it could cause.
It'd be a battle of wills.
Very well.
Let me know how you get on.
Oh, I'm sure you'll be watching from afar.
Maybe.
Not that far.
Okay.
Well, I know you'll be watching.
So, Gus.
Yeah.
You are out in the wilds hunting. What are you looking for? Just game of any kind?
Yeah, I prefer something like deer or something like that,
Okay.
something quite big.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Actually, no. Yeah, start with a perception. No, actually, don't. Start with survival check.
6.
6. Don't see any tracks. It's weird. Why are there no tracks here? It's like there's no animals here whatsoever. Have ever walked through this place. What's going on? Make an intelligence roll for me.
6.
6. It's complete mystery. No.
I'll just keep looking.
Okay. So as you wander about, unsuccessfully trying to find some tracks for some animals, what you do see in because it's not heavily forested here, it's sort of clumps of bushes and sort of heading down wide open spaces as well. You do see far away, it's quite small still, is, well, at first it looks like that barb devil you fought yesterday. On its own, no, none of the things on chains or anything, but then you think, well, it's too far away to be able to tell that, and then you realise this thing is far away, but it's much, much bigger. It seems to be casting about, trying to find something.
I think I better go back and tell Yorick. And I will very carefully turn round and creep away.
Okay, make me a stealth roll, please.
Love God rolled high.
27.
27.
I might not be able to find anything, but I can sneak.
So you turn very carefully and start walking back to the caravans. So, whilst you're doing that, Melissa, is there anything you wish to achieve?
No, I'm just relaxing, taking in all the sights of the caravans being packed up, helping Miette if she ever needs it.
Fair. Miette? It's your caravan.
Well, I was kind of waiting until everybody's around to, say, here's where everything works, but,
Well, everyone's here apart from Gus.
Well, Gus matters too, so,
Yeah, okay. So,
and he'll have to be back before we set off, so.
This is also very true. So, as you're sort of finishing tidying, clearing up everything with Melissa's help, Gus, you come racing back into camp as Yorick finishes his hour concentration work on the axe. Everybody's back in the camp. Gus?
I think we need to go. Does that stick monster thing we fought yesterday? Well, it's Big Brother's just out there. When I say Big Brother, I mean bloody Big Brother. And it seems to be looking for us, I presume. So, or its brother. And I think we should go. Or kill it, one or the other.
Let's kill it then.
What direction did you go in, Gus?
Way.
Whereabouts to where we are now to where we've been walking away from where we were?
It's back the way you came. I mean, it's a good, Gus, you would estimate a good mile or so away from you.
Sorry, just to confirm, you said a mile away and he still saw it.
Yep.
Yes. How big did you say this thing was?
Very. like much bigger than the other one.
Do I know if
Sorry.
Bob Devils get to that size?
Make a. Well, you. Make an investigation check. You can do it with your advantage. Sorry, Miette, you were wanting to.
Florian, would you assist me in alerting the caravans to move out again, please?
Certainly, Madam Miette. I'll get around as quickly as I can. And how should I do this? I mean, they were quite receptive and good last time, but I don't want to cause any panic again.
We need to be honest with them. Well, at least with the caravan mistresses. Tell them there is a threat coming.
Okay, I'll start off with Madame Villion, as we've known, and then I'll work my way that way if you want to go that way.
Thank you.
And I'll do exactly what I was doing last time.
Sure. Okay, you get to Madame Fillion's caravan. She herself is nowhere to be found. Jacques is, however, as ever, lounging around.
Yeah, so if, in that case, okay, fuck me. I've never even thought about this. Okay, I'm not even going to think about it because it's me thinking, not
Yep.
Florian. I'd be like, Jacques, the thing we thought yesterday, Gus has just seen another one, but a lot bigger, back in the direction from where we came. We need to get out of here.
I see. Okay, I will alert the caravans. Thank you for your warning. We will get going. We sort of clap
Madame.
hands, and you see Madame Fillon's crew start to get everything loaded into the caravans, and you see he sends another runner to the next caravan along.
Yeah, I would go in the direction I'm going. I do that to everyone. So if the Madame was out and visible,
Yep.
which I'm sure they all are, they probably
Pretty
all have
much,
their
yeah.
posterity and everything.
Yeah.
I'd go up to them. If it wasn't, I would then ask for someone like Jacques or something. One thing I would like to take note on is if I find Trellador's sister.
Okay.
That way.
You do not. The way you're going, you find Madame Fillon, you find some other caravan leaders, but no, not the direction that you're going.
Okay, so as soon as I've gone and as soon as I've made it sort of like halfway through from where we started, I'd come back again knowing that the Tabaxi are very good at.
Yeah. As you
everything.
sort of walk past, they are getting up, they're getting moving, the caravans are starting to move. Yet, as you go, the first caravan you come to is, of course, Minna. And she is sort of stretching and sort of lounging in the sunshine as she likes to do. Beautiful Miette. It is overcast, but sunshine, I think, soon.
Yes, and you will not be thinking so beautiful when I tell you that we have to move now. You will not get to lounge in the sunshine today again.
Miette, you bring us trouble.
I always have. This is not new.
This is very true. Ever since you were a tiny kid, you brought to trouble. I remember
These things
one
can be
time.
counted on.
I remember one time we were backstage, and who was it? Gerard took your book, and the yowl you made.
You should have known better.
They had to stop the show. You were so loud. But anyway, you say there is a threat, yes? Okay.
There is a threat, possibly worse than last time. Keep Darcy with you.
Okay.
I would prefer she be with you.
Of course. Darcy. You see Darcy pokes her head out of the caravan. What? I was arrested. What? Oh. As you can see her face go as Minhill starts explaining what the problem is. And Darcy sort of looks at you. Don't worry. I have her back always.
Thank you, Darcy.
You are welcome. As you go along the other caravans, you get to Madame Foranel. her caravan, which is the caravan that Kalinsa is attached to. Now, I don't know if you remember Madame Foronel from...
I do.
You do? Awesome. Her caravan is back together, most of it. A few of them. You recognise Drift, Tranik, and all the others. And Kalinsa, who has obviously been assigned to this caravan. And Madame Foronel's. Yet, you are here. That is wonderful. I heard that you were instrumental in saving us yesterday. You have, of course, my thanks as well as everyone else.
And I thank you, madam. I hope I can once again save you today, because unfortunately we need to break camp immediately.
We do? Okay.
Another threat is coming, similar to the first.
Oh, okay. Drift, get everyone moving. Kalinsa, go with me, Ed. Do as she says. And Kalinsa sort of looks at you.
Sorry, just caught Dan squint at that.
Kalinsa, very well. Where are we going?
We need to defend the camp again, so you may need to disguise the escape of the other caravans.
So, we need my magic to save the day once more, whilst others get all the credit. I see.
Well, if you would rather take an axe and fight the thing yourself, you are welcome to.
Oh, I apologise, Madam, yet. It was not my place.
Thank you. You're part of the caravan, as are we all.
I am indeed. And part of your caravan now, it seems. I seem to get loaned about to everywhere. Still, such is the price I pay for being very good at what I do. Anyway, lead on.
So I will make my way back to my own caravan, which sounds lovely, muttering under my breath about how Clint has clearly not spent enough time about Tabaxi if she's complaining about getting loaned out.
Indeed. And she's sort of trying desperately to listen to you, but you're doing it under your breath, and no, she's not perceptive enough to work out what you're saying, so she's sort of in a bit of a huff by herself. So, you arrive back at the caravan, where I'm presuming everybody else has got everything packed and ready to go?
Yep.
Okay.
I got a 21 on my investigation on
Marvellous.
more knowledge about barb devils.
Not normally, but given what you encountered yesterday with this barb devil with an extra set of arms, you suspect that something or someone may be manipulating the devils into other things, or forcing them to grow, or grafting limbs on them. You suspect something very strange indeed is happening. Somebody or something is making these things even more abnormal than they already are.
Gus, can you show me where this thing is coming from?
Before you
Can we see it from here?
leave, there are 2 things I must show you about the caravan. 3 things I must show you. So, Miet will go in the door and then gesture to various spaces. This is the back door. It is not visible from the outside, but no caravan has only one entrance. So we may use it as cover if we need to. In the floor, there's a hatch. It is large enough for one person to hide in. Just in case the devil appears to be trying to abduct one of us, it will be temporary safety. And in the walls, these 2 panels, and Miet will take them down, hide additional weapons, should we need them.
Thank you, madam. Yeah. Just about the floor panel, is that accessible from both ways, or just from the outside?
It's accessible from both ways.
Thank
So
you.
may need to feel for the wood for the catch.
Time to get in the panel, Orion.
I kind of had another thought. I needed to speak to you. I say first, that wouldn't be truthful. I did look for your sister when I want the other camps and caravans. But I was thinking, if she's so good at creating this apparition of safety as
I
a
am
outside.
so
Oh, she
good
there?
at that. She
Oh,
walked back
I
in
forgot
with
she
me
was
out.
there with me. Yeah. Maybe you can do
But
that.
by
and
all
then...
means, talk to Trelador first. Obviously, he's much better at magic than I am.
Apologies, Calissa.
No.
Don't
No
apologise to her.
No apology.
I'm here as
duties.
well.
I tell
So,
you what,
You're still
go
here,
and lift
Trelador?
his
Lovely.
axe.
can you, Calissa, as you can create this absolute brilliant
Ugh.
rendition of a forest for us to hide in the first night we met you? If we get far enough away, can you stop something or someone from being tracked?
Well, obviously.
Insight check.
Yeah,
Roll an
insight check.
Roll an insight check.
I love this dice at the minute.
I love it when Finny starts to throw dice about.
No, I love it. 24 for me. I rolled an 18 on it again.
18
18.
for me.
18. She seems pretty convincing. She certainly seems like she believes that she can do it. Florian? She thinks she can do it. She's very confident, but you get the fact that she's not quite sure whether she's going to be able to do that for very long. And after all, you lot found the caravan when she'd already put the spell up. But you don't get that, Melissa. Florian, you get that with your 24. Melissa, you think, she seems like she can do it.
I suspect it depends on how this creature is tracking us. There are different ways to track people.
Well, of course.
As far as I know, barb devils don't innately do that, but considering that the current two that we have seen, one is far taller than any barb devil should be rightly doing, and the others had far too many arms, I have no idea.
You could send Galinta out as a distraction.
Why don't we send you out as a distraction, and then I'll cover our escape?
All I can say right now is you are both very distracting.
Well, we are dash attractive, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Exactly.
I mean,
That me at what's our plan?
he is, but you, not so much.
I'm sorry, have you seen us?
I don't know if you would just get closer to this thing or not first before we join the other caravans. We want to make sure that we don't lead them any closer.
I think that we should be the last ones to go and bring
Exactly.
them here.
So what do you want me
How
to do?
far away did you...
Can you... I'm sorry, Madam Biet. Do you mind if I interject here? Can you hide any remnants of the campsite? We're not exactly in a big forest, but I think at the minute it's giving us cover. So
Of course she can. She can do everything.
Trilador,
What is it?
come on, please. But please, can you do that?
Yes.
Just hide
Hide the campsite.
as
Yes.
we leave.
Yes.
And they're fleeing caravans as you did yesterday.
Yes, but do you want me to stay here and do it, or do you want me to go with them and do it? Because if I go with them and do it, it's a lot easier.
From here, please.
From here.
Yes.
Sure. Absolutely.
Does she look scared?
Make an insight check.
22.
Yep.
It can be a little frightening being in the thick of it.
I'm sure I'll be absolutely fine, whoever you are.
While this is going on, can I scramble up onto the roof? And I'd like to lie at the back of the roof, crossbow out, looking in the direction that this thing
Yep.
was going, just to
Absolutely.
keep an eye out for it and ready to shoot at it if it comes close to us.
Make a perception check.
Can I also
Ooh,
gaze
that-
off and see if I can see whatever it is that Gus has seen?
8.
8. No sign of it from up here. Sure, where are you going, Celeste?
I walk out a little way into the woods where it's a bit clearer, where I can see a bit further.
Okay, so you walk
Try
out.
not to go too far.
You going stealthily, or are you just sort of wandering out, or?
Yeah, I'll try and go stealthily.
Yeah, roll a stealth check for me, followed by a perception check.
13 stealth
Okay.
and 23 perception.
23 perception. Okay, so as you stand next to a short, a lower bush, you just sort of look, and you can see in the distance. Looks to be roughly where you had the fight yesterday. This enormous creature. Looks similar to the one that you fought, just a lot bigger.
Does this one have 4 arms?
It does. And it appears to be sort of raking the ground with its fingers on one of its arms and then licking its fingers. And then you see it just pick up what appears to be some sort of body parts or ash or something from the ground and sort of smear it across its lower jaw, as if it's trying to get a feel for what happened here.
I will head back to the camp.
Okay.
Gus is right. This thing is rather large. Also has the same amount of limbs as the one we fought yesterday, and I don't think it's tracking us in conventional ways. So I'm not
Design
sure.
not tracking us in conventional ways.
Seems to be tasting the earth.
So it's tracking us in conventional ways for an animal.
Yeah. But we don't know what kind of magic this thing's gonna have in it. As I say, these ain't normal barbed devils.
No, but the way that it's tracking us by scent, by smell, by taste.
And
It's
again,
got all the hallmarks of tracking us like an animal.
Also
you-
does mean that Calenz's illusions might not work against it.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, if it's tracking, you hear this little voice from above you. If it's tracking us by sense of smell and taste, and we're all inside the wagon, it won't be able to find us then, will it?
Well, I
We'll
had an
still be
idea.
able to track the horses.
I had an idea about that.
Does it?
I can summon in some creatures, and if we could maybe attach some of our scent to them, I can send them in a different direction. At least sort of throw it off a little, maybe.
Or we could try and mask our smell some other way.
that's what I was thinking, Yorick.
Are there lots of beans that we can cook?
I know you're a good farter, Yorick, but that's not a good idea, is it?
I'm not sure making us more pungent would be the way to go.
Snow just will look at me at and go, the old-fashioned way with a dirt bath.
I guess we'll have to.
Yorick, currently do you have an inspiration point? If not, please take one.
I do.
Okay.
Can you nominate somebody else for it?
No, it was a Yorick only inspiration point. If you have inspiration points, use them.
I never get them.
They just sit there.
Well, just use them then.
Melissa,
I keep using mine.
Good.
Darling? What's up?
bit of a random question, but we know that yesterday they were after me, those two hellhounds or whatever was with them, the scorpions, whatever. They came for me when I moved in a different direction, so they're obviously after me. The question is, we've all been to what I would assume was Fiona's palace in hell. Because we've all been there, do they have the ability to track all of our scents, or are they just searching for me or you?
Fortunately, I don't know, because these barb devils are different. Someone's been changing them and warping them. So whatever capabilities they have, I am unaware.
Celeste, could you summon just one of those creatures that you mentioned? And Florian, do you have the shirt you were wearing when you were wearing your workout this morning?
I do. And
Then what we do is we send the creature chasing just the one scent we believe it's after, and see if that
Celeste,
gives us enough time to get away.
yes, and Celeste, do you have a spare bandage?
Yes. I can
And so
bandage your wounds and we can...
my waistcoat comes off. I hand it over to Melissa. I take my shirt off. I give that to Mia and say, I'm sorry, it's a little bit sweaty. And then what I do is I also take the bandage off my chest with the blood on it, and I wrap that inside the shirt as I do it, so it's got my scent and my blood on it. And get Celeste to help me re-bandage it and sort it out again.
Fair enough. Yeah, that we can do. Whilst this is happening, you see Kalinza has closed her eyes and is muttering magic words, holding her hands up. And sort of a pale green glow surrounds her as it seems to sort of drift downwards off of her robes and into the floor.
Be staring at her, and I've got this face of thunder on.
Noted. You hear in your mind, well, big man, what do you think so far? Is it now you want me to fuck her up?
Maybe not.
Oh. Okay.
Can I take a rain check on it?
Sure. Why not?
That's probably the most painful thing I've ever heard say.
Aye, yeah. That means you're growing as a person. Which is possibly the last thing you wanted to hear.
Are we done?
For now.
I stay.
I'll summon one warhorse.
Okay.
And we will put as much of Florian's scent on it as we possibly can.
Sure, I take it that's what you wanted the shirt for.
Yeah, so basically, I would. How do I say
I
this?
pretty much want to
Getting
try
any
to shirt
stupid
around
fucking
the neck.
looks. Yeah, but I was going to say, I was going to. How do I say this without any of you bastards changing it?
I mean, this should
You
be...
can. Just
Cover the warhorse in my scent.
Mm-hmm.
But and then also,
when dealing with animal husbandry, you know the word cover has a different meaning, yeah?
Yes.
Just asking.
And then around the neck, I would suggest whoever's going to do it, I'll do it if I need to, is to tie the shirt and the bloody bandage
Whoever is
around.
doing it. Can I make a suggestion? That's not a very good way to do this. I mean, you're obviously not used to the wilderness and the wilds and stuff. What you need to do is cut your shirt up into 4 pieces and then tie it to the horse's hooves. Because if this thing's tasting the air and tasting the soil, your scent will then be on the soil where the horse runs, won't it?
I guess so.
See? Dwarfs, we're smart.
And I've never confirmed this with you, Chaz, but with the shirts I wear, I think I've done it how like my mini is. I've always had like the threads in it.
Yep.
Would definitely try and use as much as that I could to do Gus's suggestion.
Okay, whoever is doing this, I need you to make an animal handling check. Because this is a horse who...
You're messing with its legs.
Yeah, you're messing with its legs and you're trying to rub blood over it. It's not going to be particularly happy about that.
Do
they obey any verbal commands I give them?
Yeah, but unless you can frame a command that says, hold still while I rub this blood all over you. any animal, no matter how much control you have over it, it's not going to be happy about that. So I want you to make an animal handling check, whoever's doing it.
Well, I'll do it because it's my horse.
Sure.
Can I give myself guidance for it?
Of course.
14.
14. The horse is not happy about this. Even though it's reassured by your presence, it gets a little skittish, especially when you're trying to tie stuff around its feet. You managed to do it, but you suspect that you haven't. They're not going to stay on there for very long. This horse is not happy about this at all.
Can I take a piece of the bandage and braid it through the horse's tail?
Sure. Yep, you can do that.
Just to sort of add a bit of extra scent.
Absolutely. Okay, so the horse now can smell blood. It's very skittish indeed. Keeps moving around. It's not happy. It's very nervous.
Okay, my friend. And I'll direct it in the opposite direction to where we're going, but not straight towards the creature that's coming for us.
Okay, so sort of off to the side. Okay, yep.
Run in that
Absolutely.
direction as fast and as far as you can.
The horse takes off through the bushes. You can see it running off into the distance.
Right then, we should move as well now, then, shouldn't we? And Florian,
Madame Miette,
get in the wagon and stay in there and not come out at all.
Madame Miette, should we load onto your caravan?
Absolutely, it's time to go.
Okay, Kalintra is still standing there.
I guess I'd get in the
Concentrating.
caravan and get in the undercarriage hatch.
You're going to go in the little hidey hole, are you?
Essentially.
Florian likes the undercarriage.
He does. This is very
Before I
true.
go in, I'll be like, if
Oh, sorry, cat
any-
off stream.
if anything happens though, you need help, I'll get out and I will do whatever I can to help, even run away, so it chases me.
Okay.
Okay. Kalintra still standing there. Eyes completely glazed over.
Celeste, do you know if we should interrupt her?
Well, you asked her to stay here, did you not?
Yes, but that was stay here with us, not stay here on her own.
Is she mumbling?
She is mumbling still.
Do I have any idea how long a spell like this might take her?
Make an Arcana check.
Keep rolling. 7s. 13.
13. You're not sure. If it was a druid spell, it could take a while. But this seems like not druid magic. This is something else.
This
So
is
you're
not
not
a
really
spell
sure.
I'm familiar with. I feel like if we disrupt her, it would disrupt the whole spell.
Maybe you could just pick her up and put her on the wagon. And she could carry on casting the spell.
She opens one eye, looks at you, Gus, and says, "Actually, that would be a very bad idea."
Oh, well, seeing you're awake, you can get on the wagon now then, can't you?
Well, obviously, I was just finishing. Ridiculous boss. Why are the short ones always so ridiculous? Good grief.
Because our brains are nearer to our feet.
Don't try and argue with her. Won't win.
Yes, what he said. Really, Trellador, you've got to learn to associate with better people.
And perhaps you could have some better manners, considering that.
Absolutely not. Sorry about that. She gets up.
Then I would
into the
suggest you
caravan.
shut your mouth.
I'll grin it.
And while he's doing this, Snow's basically flicking a dagger round each claw, just daring her to say something back.
She's ignoring you.
I'll look at Trellador and raise an eyebrow as high as I can and go, "Yes, I'm sure we'll be the best of friends."
How was your second impression? Maybe third time lucky.
Yes, I do have to say, Trallador, you are the better of your siblings.
Thank you.
I poke my head out of the caravan and say, and that's saying something.
A very low bar there.
Like I
Are we
said,
going
I'm
to?
just going to climb up into the driver's seat and take hold of the reins.
Okay.
I looked there with a slightly dejected expression of "Mother was right. I was not ready for this."
Right. Come on, children, in the wagon, please, in the wagon.
So
May I accompany you up front, Madam Miette?
As you like, there's room here for two.
okay, so
I'll
everybody
still
else is
stay on the roof.
in the wagon
Keep-
apart from Gus, who's lying on the roof looking back.
Snow's going to lope alongside the caravan.
Okay. Okay, so as you see, as you start to move off, Kalinza pokes her head back up. Madam Miette, may I open the rear door of the caravan to recast the spell as we move to cover our tracks?
Yes, that's an excellent idea.
Thank you. Thank you. And she moves back through the caravan, opens the door, and stands there once again, and you see this sort of green, almost like a mist, starts at her fingertips and travels down her body, starts to flow out of the caravan along the ground. As she's muttering and concentrating. So, as you're moving off, we'll take a little break. Okay, so grab a drink. We will be back very shortly. Let me just... sorry, been a little while since I've done this bit. So, yeah, we will be back very shortly. Have a lovely time. We'll be a few minutes, grab a drink, and be right back. And welcome back. We all have a drink. Hurrah! And snacks aplenty. So, getting back into it, your caravan rolls away from your camp, your overnight camp, with Kalinsa at the back, open back door of the caravan, casting and covering your trail as you go.
I will also cast Pass Without a Trace to aid in that, so we don't
Excellent.
leave any traces that can't be tracked by anything other than magical means.
Perfect.
Blech.
Okay, and it also gives you a bonus to stealth, if I remember correctly. Cool. Are you trying to be stealthy at this point?
I mean, we've got great big horses.
Yeah. So
do that.
30-foot wagon and 2 massive horses, so I'd say no.
okay, we'll go with no on that one. Then. Right. Okay. So what I would like to do is I want Miette to roll a animal handling check.
I was afraid of that.
To which you may add your Pass Without a Trace stealth bonus, which is 10, I believe, yeah? And we will add Kalinsa's bonus to it as well. To beat the
And
DC.
what's Kalinsa's bonus?
Kalinsa's bonus is 14. So, what we're looking for, we're looking for you to be able to drive the caravan in such a way that it leaves as few traces as possible. With the bonus from stealth and the magic covering by Kalinsa.
So even without my dice roll, I'm already at a 24.
You are. The DC is quite high. I will say this. I mean, if you want, I can tell you the DC before you roll.
I see I have rolled, I just need to count it.
Okay.
Oh, by all means, tell me what it is.
DC is 30. What'd you get?
41.
41. Easily. Okay, so your caravan vanishes into the day, as it were, as you Kalinsa covering from behind, Celeste's magic covering the traces as well, and your skill at directing a caravan that you never knew you had until just now. For anyone that's watching, Gus, make a perception check.
10.
10. It's quite a good view up here.
Like Kalinsa just below me.
Yeah, there's a sort of muttering from down below you, and you can hear Celeste cast something, and it's all a bit novel, really. This riding up on a high thing, it's quite cool. You quite like it.
Is there a porthole up to the roof of the caravan?
I mean, I would imagine.
I'd be surprised if there wasn't.
Yeah, I would say the caravan this big is probably 2.
I'm gonna pop my head up there and Gus, darling, can you see any trace of it?
We're being stealthy.
I know.
No, I can't see anything.
All right.
Not with a 10, no.
Well, let us know if you do see it.
All right.
It might be worth me and you standing on this roof and pelting it if it gets too close. And I'll slink back down into the back of the caravan.
So, you travel on for another 20 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour.
After the hour's passed, I'll recast.
Okay, noted.
Can I have another check?
Yep.
Got to roll a good dice at one of these times. Oh, natural 20 for 22.
22, nice. So, you look out from the way you've come and the way where you saw the monster go across to yesterday's fight. And you can see the horse going in the other direction. And you watch as this monster thing pauses, looks around, looks directly at the horse, and starts to chase down. This thing moves incredibly quickly.
I'll sort of tap on the little porthole. Say, it's taken the bait. It's running after the horse, but it's going very, very fast.
And you can see as it catches up to the horse and literally picks it up with one hand and breaks it in half.
The horse lasts for an hour.
The horse is gone then.
Oh, that kind of treatment.
Yeah. So as he picks it up, goes to pick it up, it vanishes.
There would just be a pile of rags in its hand.
Yeah. It, as far as you can tell, with your natural 20 for 22, it looks very confused. And again, sort of wipes its hands across its face and starts to look around.
I have just now realised the downside of our plan.
Yep.
You've given him our scent.
We've given him a scent trail directly to us.
Well, directly to where we were an hour ago.
The thing is, if he got there, he had the scent trail anyway.
Depends on whether or not Kalinsa and Celeste's work has been enough.
So, as you travel on another hour, Kalinsa says, well, I must rest. I cannot keep both spells up.
I can help you with that. If you can't, and I'll touch out the bolstering magic on her.
Okay. And what does that do?
She gets a 3rd level spell slot or lower.
Okay. Right. She looks at you. Says, thank you, brother. You are, as ever, to be relied upon.
Doing it for the group.
Okay. She goes back to casting.
I will recast.
Both of them.
Of course.
In that conversation. I want to see if there is actually any kind of sibling love between them, or if they just hate each other and are just making do considering the situation.
Okay, roll it.
Insight.
23. You may roll deception or persuasion, entirely up to you. You don't have to tell me which one.
Oh, by the way, I wouldn't have told anyone about the thingy catching up to the horse, because all I see is it because I'm tearing it in half, and that would be too.
Natural 1 for 0.
Excellent, well done. Let's roll for
23.
Okay. Trelador, what are your feelings for Kalinsa, really?
Deep down, there's love, but more it's about and rage. So,
Okay. So you get
So
that from Trelador.
Very buried.
You get from Kalinsa, she loves her baby brother. She thinks it's fantastic that he's broken out into the world away from their parents and their older sister. That's what you get.
Cool.
So, travelling on, you can see in further ahead, Miet, the rest of the caravans. Because you're travelling with Kalinsa, you can see within her magic. I suspect if she was with them, you wouldn't be able to see them so easily. And behind you, Gus, another perception check if you would.
I'll also do another bolstering magic on set.
Okay, lovely.
19 that time.
Excellent. 19. The thing is, barb devils are not that intelligent. They are creatures that do as they're told, generally. And whilst it seems to have stopped. It's utterly confused. It thinks it's got its prey. There's so much scent here. And yet there's nothing here. So it's just stopped.
I have an image of like a really young puppy being confused of where the bubble's gone after it's touched the ground.
Perfect. So yeah, it's just sort of, it keeps sort of pouring at the ground and holding it to its face, and then holding another one of its hands with obviously what is the rags that you put in it, sniffing it, and then keeps doing that, and that's all it's doing. So you appear
I think we might have fooled it. It's just staying there now, just sniffing stuff. So I think your horse has disappeared somewhere.
Can I hear?
Yes, it only lasts for an hour.
Can I hear any of this in?
Make a perception check in your little box.
The monk under the floorboards.
Yes. The telltale heart.
Are we putting something else in Florian's box?
I think you might have to talk to Trelador first. 15. You can hear bits of it. You can hear. You can't hear Gus, but you can hear the others talking.
I think in that case, I'd see if I can open the hatch up.
Sure. Yeah.
If no one stood on it, I'm not entirely sure where it is in the caravan.
I mean, everybody's been shown where it is. So if anybody's standing on it, please let me know now. Or would you have all kept it clear? Because you know Florian
If
is there.
I'm standing on it, it's deliberate.
You're driving the car.
I know, but I couldn't resist.
Fair.
So if no one stood in it, then I would open it up and just like pop my head out and be like, well, suppose that kind of confirms one thing. There's only my scent on that horse. It's only tracking me.
Yeah. Well,
So we'll just dump you out the caravan and be on our way then, yeah?
How fast does the caravan move?
At the moment, you're doing a fast walk. Snow will have to sort of jog to keep up.
Snow, do you fancy doing another little detour?
I mean, I can do.
Two of us together?
You better stay where you are, young man.
I mean, you've got the point. You are the one that's being tracked.
Exactly, but if it's getting confused over...
Yes, but if you're in the caravan, that means you're not putting your scent anywhere. If you're running outside the caravan, you're putting your scent in places where he can taste it. Stay where you are. Don't be stupid. If you lead them to the other caravans, you could cause the deaths of other people. You don't want that on your conscience.
Very true, I wasn't quite thinking like that, but... if the time comes, I do have an idea.
Is it about being a martyr?
No, not a martyr. I don't want to die. Quite at the
going
minute.
by boat, because while that would work, Florian, you should really stay here with us. If there's any chance of your survival, it's staying as a group so we can protect you.
It wasn't about leaving y'all. It was about maybe confusing it a little bit more, just to give it a little bit more leeway if it's going to continue.
Confused enough. Stay where you are. Sorry, Yorick. Sorry.
I was just going to say, Celeste's right. You don't want to be tomato sauce.
Precisely. And
Yes,
from
it's
what
very
Gus-
messy and it gets everywhere.
From what Gus is
Like
saying,
sand.
this creature's already confused, so we should be okay.
Yes, Florian, shut up and get back in the hole.
I was about to say maybe 5 minutes just out so I can stretch my limbs.
No, we don't want to risk it being tracked to get back in the hole.
maybe a bit of water before I go back in then?
No, get back in the hole.
Some food as well, please.
No,
Chelador, I thought you were working on being nice.
you need
This
to
is
work on
being
your perception.
nice.
I was joking.
Melissa is stifling giggles at this conversation and what Trelador's saying and what she's interpreting it to mean.
Absolutely. I think no insight check needed there at all.
I would take a little bit of water before I go in and some rations of some sort, just so I have something to keep me going as such.
So, I would like Miette to roll me a d20, please.
11.
11. Perfect. Well, you beat me. So, you carry on. The beast doesn't move. And you get far enough away from it by travelling through most of the day with bolstering magic, helping out Kalinsa with her spells. I'm assuming Celeste recasting where necessary. You get to twilight, to the dusk. Do you want to call a halt yet?
The horses will need to rest at least, so we may as well make camp and keep watch.
Okay. Do you want to signal to the other caravans up ahead? They're not too far ahead of you. You can see them.
I will do.
Okay. So, are you sending a runner, or you just... How are you signalling them?
Yeah,
So, do you think you could catch up with them?
and you just see sort of Snow using his feline agility, literally just go.
Okay. So, you catch up to... the last caravan in the row is Minahill. And as you approach, Darcy looks at you. Mr. Snow. I
Yes,
take it
Darcy.
you bring good news.
Yes, we appear to have confused the beast, and it is not on our trail anymore.
Miss Miette, she is so clever. So, well, I assume it would be all of you to confuse, because you are such a good caravan together. But I give the credit to Madame Miette because she is the caravan leader. So, you know, I'm sure she would wish it known it was be all of you. So, but yes, we will signal the rest and make camp. And tell Madame Miette to not to bother cooking. Dinner is on us today.
Well, it is most kind.
It is the least we can do. So,
And Snow will just turn and sort of just move his way back towards our caravan.
so up ahead, Miette, you can see the caravan slowly stopping and moving into a sort of protective arc as Snow rejoins your caravan and you catch up to the others. And
I need to know how many hours we travelled for, so I need to mark off the appropriate spell slots to keep up.
you would have travelled for at least, what did we say, 3 hours plus another 5.
Those are good horses.
They are
Okay,
very good horses.
I would be able to keep it up for another 3 hours after the first 3.
Okay. Fair. Noted. By that time, you were significantly far away from this creature. So, the chances of it finding you at that point are fairly minimal. So, yeah, I'll say if you use your 3 spell slots, not a problem. So, Snow, as you get back to the caravan and relay the news that dinner is on Darcy at Caravan Minahill, is there anything anybody would like to do before stopping for the evening?
Florian would pop up again and be like, I'm assuming that we're a safe
Darling,
enough distance away.
get
No.
up out of that hole and get in some comfort.
Uh,
think-
the
Back
most
to
As
comfort.
long as you stay on the caravan, you'll be all right. If you touch the ground, your scent's going to get on the ground.
This is my problem. This is
Ground
my
is lava.
problem.
Ground is lava.
I really, really, really need to use the bathroom.
I'm sure we can get a pot for you to piss in, and we'll take it somewhere and bury it.
However you want to do it, but
Yeah,
please.
This is the dwarves. They probably know
Um,
best.
So
Just
Snow
out
would
of the
let,
window like a normal person.
Snow would let the caravan go past, and he'd just prick up his ears. Can I hear any running water anywhere?
Ooh, that's a good one. Make a perception check.
18.
18. As the sound of the caravan moves past you, there is some running water, yes. Seems to be up back where the main caravans have stopped. Some sort of small stream. You don't think it's very big, but it is definitely running water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Snow would just sort of drift towards the towards that.
Okay. So you catch up to the other caravans, park up. Darcy has got the starting of a meal, and Minahill beckons you all over. And you can see most of the other caravans have started small banked fires. And Minahill, is it safe to have a big fire or small ones only?
We think we have left it far enough in distance to be safe, but I think we should use caution for the moment.
Okay. We will tell the rest. Small fires only for cooking. No excitement tonight, I think. Just, a quiet family night. She winks at you.
Yes, quiet.
Well, as quiet as can be. There are small ones amongst us.
For the whole entire journey, I am now stopping. I don't even touch the ground. I don't do anything. I stay within the confines of the caravan.
Excellent. We've locked you in a box. That's amazing.
I mean, we've been locked in rooms before, so there you go.
That's true. So, you can see smaller campfires are set beside the caravans. People are discussing things quietly. There's not the usual verve and loudness that you associated with the caravans when you first caught up with them. Everybody's much quieter, as if they know it's dangerous to get too loud. Even the kits seem to be quiet. Too quiet, perhaps. Melissa, as you are standing
Really? I'm so surprised.
just at the edge of the caravan, I don't know what.
I'm probably sat on the step keeping Florian company.
Yeah. As you're sort of chatting to Florian, you just feel just a little tickle on the back of your knee. And as you look down, there are two grinning kits. And they shoot underneath the caravan and away.
I turn to Florian and just say, I honestly have considered punching Snow so many times.
I think you could probably consider punching me first, though, because I can see it coming, and I've never said anything.
It gives him some joy. I don't mind it so much.
I think you've been a bad influence on those kids, Snow.
I'm not there.
He's not there.
Oh, okay.
So, does anybody else want to do anything, achieve anything, before we go find what Snow is up to?
Nope.
You're muted, Martin.
Oh, Gus, I was muted.
Oh no, write it down then. Very quick. Hey, do you remember? I got some scales from a creature that we got, and you wanted me to build you something, didn't you? Scales? Yeah, I got some scales from something. Oh, from that beastie we fought in the village. I
From the
remember.
Hydra. The Hydra scales.
Oh yeah, you were going to make me a breastplate, weren't you? I forgot about that. Hydra scales. There they are. They're in my inventory. Look, I found them. That's good. You wrote that down. I did write that down. Yeah, do you want me to have a look and see what I can do? All right. Well, I'll take my breastplate off and give it to you so you can take some measurements then. That's a good plan, yeah. Here you go. Thank you.
Okay.
See what
So you're trying to create a breastplate for...
I have 9 Hydra scales apparently, and I'm gonna see what I can do using Gus's armor as a template.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Well, the Hydra scales are quite big, so I would suggest if you were to use, I'd say 6 of them, you could overlap them in such a way 3 on the front, 3 on the back, as to be a Hydra plate, breastplate. Yeah, you could do that.
Cool.
Take you a couple of hours, maybe. Just
Done.
with your skills as a blacksmith. Yeah. Can you roll me a D4, please?
D4. Can drop a D4 apparently.
Excellent.
Then just be boxed. 2.
2. Okay. So you create a +2 breastplate.
Ooh. Thank you very much, young man.
So, Gus, you now have a +2 Hydra breastplate.
Ooh.
Hydra scale breastplate.
I'll have to start making myself some things because all my armor and weaponry is shit.
Okay.
I will remove.
What I will do is just note it down for the minute, James, and I will create that for you.
Okay, I'm just modifying my existing breastplate, just calling it a Hydra scale breastplate. I don't know if. Oh yeah, you can do a. Oh no, you can't add. So I'll just manually add the AC bit on it.
Yep. There we go. Cool. Excellent. So, anybody else before we find out where Snow has disappeared to?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to look at Trellador and wink, and then turn myself into a panther in front of him, and go sneaking off to pounce on Kalenza.
Okay. Kalinsa has rejoined her caravan after you got back here. So yeah, you can certainly go and find her. Roll me a stealth check, please, in Panther mode.
Another 7. 12.
12. Yeah, you are sneaking up to... remember... where's that gone? To... Where are we? Madame Forenel's caravan. And as you sneak up, you find yourself staring at the tip of a blade. Attached to the end of this blade is Driff, female tabaxi with a patch over one eye. She's just blade just about to touch your panther nose. I would suggest you, whatever you are, do not intrude on my madame's caravan. What do you do?
I'll take a step back and sort of bow my head as if to say, okay, sorry.
She flicks her knife in a very similar style that you've seen Snow do and puts it away and watches you back off.
I'll go back to the camp and I'll just sort of huff in panther form.
Trellador, you see the panther go away, you see the panther come back again and sit down with a huff.
Just shrug.
Don't want to pet the panther? Okay.
I mean, I love the thought, but doing it in
the
a
thought
taxi
was
camp on high alert.
I didn't realise she'd gone back to the other camp, to be fair.
Yeah, she basically did that as soon as you got back so she could rejoin the caravan that she's supposed to be with.
If I'd have known that, I probably wouldn't have done it.
Okay. I should have mentioned it, sorry. My
That's
bad.
fine.
I apologise. It was a good idea though, I liked it. It was very good. Snow, you have wandered off to find the running water and you come upon a small stream. It's fairly clear, it's cold, fresh. You dip a paw in. Yeah, lovely fresh water.
Yeah, so what he'd do is he'd step over to the other side, remove his cloak, all of his armour down to his waist, and then just basically pull a lot of the water up and just pour it over sort of his head.
Okay.
And then dip, gripping the trident, just place it in the water and try and sort of reach out to Peladas again.
Okay. You reach out with your mind as you've done before, just concentrating on the flow of the water in the pendant. And you sense the presence of Peladas again. It's so you have left the waterways. You left my boat.
Not a bad choice. But
What is choice?
I go where these go. They are family, but
You
I
are
never
spreading the word of me. Yes?
I am trying, yes, I am telling them that you have returned.
Excellent.
I need to learn more though. Why were you imprisoned?
Well, I was the last. Nobody else survived when they took my mother from us. Everybody they banished, but me they could not. I am tied too deeply to the water. This water is me. I flow. You understand? I flow. And they could not banish me entirely, but they could stop the flow. They locked me in to cut me off from the waters. But now I am back. And now they will pay. I will need you to spread the word, the flow. You must keep flowing, my child. Be as one with the water. Remember, still as a pond is good, but the flow is what matters most. The flow is what causes the life. The flow.
This is true even in us mortals. Our blood flows everywhere around our bodies.
Precisely.
If it stops, we die.
Exactly.
It is the same with the water. If the water stops, the world dies.
Quite. You understand, my child, please. We need more followers. We need people to worship. We need people to embrace the flow. We need The Rune Fane must once more go
We must use it to bring
with the
hope.
flow. It must bring the news of me, and therefore the news that there is a God in the world.
But if we can turn the Rune Ifen into a symbol of hope, rather than a symbol of lean times like these others have been taught.
The stories that they know are wrong.
Is there something I could show them, some way I can demonstrate your power?
Of course. Get the Rune Fane.
I will call
Ride
to
it to the ports. Show them you are not afraid of the stories. Show them, and the trade will follow you. It will follow the flow. You,
of course,
have the power aboard the Rune Fane to affect the flow. But the more people you bring to me, the more we can affect the flow. We can direct it. We can control it. It will be, once more, the power in the world. So, get the boat. You know it makes sense.
Of course. And if we have a little bit of fun along the way, so much the better.
Always the fun along the way. Find the richest merchants. Put holes in their craft. This is the way. Distribute their wealth to the poorest.
And if they wish to retain their wealth, then perhaps they need to start worshipping Pelodas again.
Well, quite. A temple would be better, actually. Build a temple in the shape of the Rune Fane. Come back to my temple.
When I have chance, I will return, and I wish to learn more, so the more I know, the more I can share.
Learning is always good. Go, my child. Make them learn the ways of the flow. Make the name Pelodas be the only name they need.
I don't think I'm going to convince several of my friends because they seem to like your brother.
My brother. My brother. Oh, you make funny jokes. My brother is pointless. He drinks, he carouses, he thinks he has been a dwarf for so long. His power is minuscule like the dwarfs themselves. The power of the flow? This is what matters. This does not this tiny trickle of a stream wear down the mountain. Yes, yes it does. Riox thinks he is a mountain. Well,
perhaps we can be the rain to bring him down to
let
size.
the mountain encounter the power of the stream.
I won't detain you any longer, but this has been enlightening.
You are, as always, a pleasure to talk to, my child. Remember, more people for the flow.
Always.
But remember also, you are my chosen. Nobody else. Even if it is just you and I, we will prevail. Always. Go now. Have fun. Play with your land friends.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, we can't offer you any points for that because the prompt was a completely sane god.
There's nothing wrong with him. He's fine. What are you talking about? So, as you come back to your senses in the stream with the amulet in your hand, you can see that it's flowing with the stream.
Based on what he said, Snow wants to turn and try and push part of the float up onto the bank and just see, out of interest, if he can actually do it.
Roll me a d20.
15.
15. As you concentrate and try to move the flow of the water, you do see the water ripple in the direction that you're moving your paw. It doesn't flow up the bank, but it does ripple towards that way. You hear in your mind, yeah. Go now. Have some fun. And the water in the stream starts to swirl in strange currents around your feet.
So he'd wait a few more seconds and then go and retrieve his belongings and make his way back to camp.
Okay. So as you come back to camp, everybody is sitting, eating, chatting quietly. Apart from Celeste, who...
Celeste is going to lick her wounds for a while, and then about 20 minutes later decides, well, I might as well still try and scare somebody.
I think we know what's coming.
Okay.
So I want to sneak under the caravan and lick Melissa's ankle.
Okay, give me a stealth roll, please.
That's better. 21.
21. Melissa, as you're... Well, you've recovered from the kits thing and...
We've been sat
you've
talking
sat
with Florian
talking
and...
just generally chit-chatting. And there's a sort of rasping... Well, not quite wet, but, you know, that cat tongue which is quite rough on your ankle.
I scream, shoot up, run about 2 feet, and then trip and fall flat on my face.
I'll go over to her, lick her face, and then just do the purry thing really loudly in her ear.
This large black panther?
Sort of silvery grey.
Silvery grey panther just sort of licks you and then sort of does that cat thing with its head.
Does a little daft
With
face
my-
with the tongue sticking out.
I reach out with my stone hand and just death grip onto the back of her neck as I try and stand up.
Scruff of the neck.
Celeste, I know it's you. If you do that again...
Lick, another lick.
Please don't. I release her and I stagger back to go sit with Florian again. I am very tired of this. My heart can only take so much, you know?
Yeah, the rest of the camp's just like in shock as this scream from Melissa and Minihill and Darcy and even sort of people further away are just like looking around. You know, everybody's been told to be quiet, and there's this just like loud noises happening and
From where I still am on Minihill's caravan, I will pat her hand and reassure her that nothing is amiss.
yeah, Darcy's like, but what are they doing? They are. I thought
It is a custom among our caravan. I will warn them to maybe do it a little less for next while.
Not while we are, you know. I mean, I appreciate the loud. And
No,
the
I
screaming,
understand. The
but
timing could be better.
your caravan is very you. if I may say so, Madame Miette. It is very you.
Yes.
From when we were young, you were always the one. I mean, Minihir
I
and
didn't, of
I
course,
got into
follow
a
the
lot
problems.
of trouble, but you managed all sorts of ways to disrupt. So yes, this caravan is very you. So, the evening wears on. I'm presuming you're setting watches.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So, as the caravan or caravans set their watches for the evenings, you see. You haven't seen Madame Fillon very often, but just before everybody starts retiring, going to sleep, she crosses towards your caravan and stops where you are at the fire with Minihil and Darcy. Says, Madame Miette, I apologize for intruding. May I have a word with one of your caravan, please?
Of course, please do.
Many thanks. Mr. Florian, I believe, is the one I need to speak to.
He is
With your
within the
permission.
caravan, so you may enter and use it as your own.
I thank you very kindly for your gracious hosting. You see, she makes her way across to the caravan. Melissa, you see, very beautiful lady. May I ask you for an assistance to step up? It is a little high for me in my current state.
I'll stand up off of the step and offer my arm to help her
She
up.
takes your arm. She's surprisingly strong as she pulls herself up the step
Probably stronger than me.
and looks into the caravan. Mr. Florian, how are you this evening?
Madame Filion, calm but unnerved.
And your wounds?
We changed the bandage to smiling, but I didn't really check. Would you like to see?
If I may, this would be, I think, necessary to see this.
Yeah, so I'd never had a spare shirt with me.
Yeah.
So I've just had like the red waistcoat. It's not a waistcoat, but you know what I mean, like
Yeah, I know,
the
yeah.
whole thing. So I take that off, and I unwrap the bandage again, knowing that it was healed somewhat the last time Madame Filion done it. Would I assume that if I did it in the right way, that I could potentially use this bandage again, as it's only been on since this morning?
Yeah, I'll say you could do that.
Yeah, so I'd do that then.
As you unwind the bandages, she sort of studies it for a moment. Yes, I believe this is unfortunately not healing, as it took a lot out of me to do what I did.
I kind of thought so,
And
Madame.
I think maybe we need to get to the Midwoods, to Madame Carfenon. She is older and wiser than I. I think we need to discuss what to do. For you are hunted, yes?
I believe so. What we did to confuse this bigger monster this morning is I kind of thought beforehand it is after my scent. That is why I've been stuck in this caravan all day, and I do not disagree with that. I am not unhappy, but I feel like my presence, like it has been for a while, has been cause of, especially for the Tabaxi, yourselves, and all the other caravans, of why you are in a little bit more danger than necessary.
I see. I think it is time for the wandering guests to remember some of the very old stories. The stories that were no longer told. The stories of gods and magics. And I think you will be instrumental in what is to come. Hopefully we can recall all of the stories to remember what was done.
Slightly more unnerved now, Madame Filion, but everything you've said and how you...
Such was
yeah,
not my intention. I really
I know.
honestly meant to come to check on your wound, and I forgive the ramblings of an old woman.
I definitely
do
don't think they're ramblings.
apologize. My brain is obviously not what it was. I am very old.
Absolutely fine.
But she sort of pats you on the shoulder. But I am sure that you and the rest of your friends will find some of these stories very interesting. I would tell you now, but if I do so, Madame Carferon may be annoyed with me. She, of course, outranks me, you would say, somewhat.
I understand. Can I ask you one question? And
of course.
What do you think from the stories? And for you, I assume they're not stories.
They are stories for me.
Okay.
Although I did some magics to help heal you, magics amongst the Tabaxi are, well, not exactly forbidden, but mainly forgotten. And there are stories older still that tell of the great hero who wandered the plains and saw many magics. Well, you will find out about her. Madam, this is Madame Carfidon's story to tell, not mine.
And completely not what I was going to ask, but thank you for that. I take everything on board with anything going on right now. But from what you know, just to give me a little bit of comfort, at least for this journey, what do you think the outcome of whatever is going on with me and between my sister is? If you had to say, put a mark on it.
I think you asked a very deep question. I think if you thought I knew the answer to this question, you would not ask it. It is very difficult to say. We are gathering in the midwoods to hide, to try to get the older madams to tell us more, so we can find a solution. This solution may involve... There was a tabaxi known as Shallow. Strange creature. She traveled forever and ever. Nobody knows. She probably still is traveling. But she met many heroes and many gods, it is told. But, as I say, this is a story for Madame Carfadon to tell. But I think if we can find some answers there in these stories, you may have a chance.
Thank you.
But again, I apologize for the ramblings of an old woman. And she turns to you, Melissa. Please, look after this young man, and You yourself need to be careful. Do not let them take any of your blood. Okay? Depend of
At
you.
least I understand the danger of what we face. But I appreciate your
don't
advice,
think you
Madame
do.
Filion.
But I will take your word for it. But sorry, go ahead, young man.
How does Madame Filion look?
Old.
Apart from old, as in, I may have asked this before, but after she did whatever magic's on me.
Oh, she looks
which helped.
much more tired, much more weary, much diminished somehow.
So in that case, if you'd allow me, unless you want to go on with what you were going to say.
No, you carry on.
I'd be like, Madame Filion, and I'll have my hands sort of like open like that. And, may I?
I mean, I think I may be a little old for you, but I'm game if you are.
And I'll take her hand, so like palm on palm, palm on top of hand. And I don't know how you're going to let me do this, Chaz. So obviously I can spend a key point to use Hand of Healing.
Okay.
I was looking essentially, it's only 1d6 plus a certain number, but I was essentially going to ask you if I could spend like 4 key points and roll that 4 times.
Yeah, if you wish to do that.
Just try and I will just essentially repaying the favour of that she's helped me out, and I just want to know, knowing like that.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Do I get to add the proficiency, the plus to it 4 times, or just once?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
If you're spending 4 key points to do it, then you can do that 4 times.
Yeah, that's a really good fucking roll. 30 HP.
30, okay.
30. I rolled, no, hang on. 28. Sorry.
So as you push your healing hands into Madame Filion, you see her eyes go a little wider, and she looks at you very carefully. I thank you for your healing. This was much appreciated. I'm not sure it will do a huge amount. I have to recover more than physical health, but I appreciate your gesture. You are a very kind and gentle man, and I mean that in the words gentle man. Thank you,
Madame.
And she turns to you again. Melissa says, you make sure that you do your very best, and I will not accept anything less. Your very best to help this young man do what he needs to do, no matter what you think the outcome may be. Do you understand me, beautiful one?
I understand you clearly, Madame Filion.
Very well. With all of this very serious conversation, although, if you wish, I can send Jack away for the evening. If you want to, rub some fur, if you wish.
As much as I would like to take you up on that offer, Madame Filion, I think me staying in this caravan and not spreading my scent about, as said, would be the best.
I see. What a very gallant way of turning me down. You are a very thoughtful young man. I like it. Very good, very good. But you are right. This is bigger than us both. We will part as friends. Maybe when all this is over, you and I will... She winks at you. You know. You have a lot to learn about Titifaxi.
I was then about to say, I'm assuming knowing Miette and Snow, I would kind of get the whole.
Oh yeah, she's fucking
yeah.
with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, young lady, if you would be so kind as to help me back down out of
again,
Madame
offer
Miette's
my arm
beautiful
to-
caravan.
I once again offer my arm to help
She
her down.
takes your arm and down the steps and looks around. I bid you all a very good night. Have a wonderful sleep. And if young Florian goes missing in the middle of the night, you know where to find him, huh? And she starts to walk off.
After the conversation of what Melissa and I had, may have been like yesterday, game-wise, I can't remember, but about mentioning of Trellador. As Madame
Oh, that was
Filion,
a little while ago.
but as Madame Filion says that, I just want to see what Trellador's reaction may or may not be to that.
Make a perception check. Trellador, are you reacting at all?
No,
No.
stony face.
It would only have been 11 anyway.
I mean, Trellador stood out there with the rest of them, but didn't appear to be reacting in any particular way. So, with watches about to be set and the evening drawing to darkness, that's where we'll leave it for tonight.
Ooh.
Thank you all very much.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Florian getting some pussy, almost literally.
absolutely.
Get some fun.
So, hopefully, thank you all very much for watching. Hopefully, everybody had fun. I know I did. Sort of a range of NPCs there, which was fun for me. From the slightly hungover Reorcs to the obviously quite sane Peladas,
Obviously.
to Madame Filion trying to get some. It was a journey.
Madame Filion trying to feel young.
Florian, yeah. It's his name that did it, that's what it was.
Okay.
So, as ever, we can have a quick question and answer session, see if make sure everybody's happy with or any questions you have. Fire away. Or do you want me to point at people and go around the room?
That's the more fun way.
Okay, Melissa, you go first.
Oh, okay. My question's actually for everybody else. Did anyone else notice the, maybe not Martin or Debbie, but on Ash, but there was a reference to Campaign 1 in what Madame Filion said.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dan's
Yeah.
looking
You nice
confused.
little goddess we freed from a cave.
Yes. And beyond that, a very particular cat. Ooh.
Oh,
That blindsided me. It's like, oh, okay. That's where we're going with this.
Yeah.
Cool.
A particular cat? What are you talking about?
shallow.
Shallow.
Oh, yes, Shallow.
Yes.
I thought it rang a bell, but basically.
Well, if
That makes sense now. I, of course, know of Shallow, but I hadn't at all connected those two things.
Keeps
Well.
character.
we will see. We will
I know of Shallow.
see.
I helped name Shallow.
Well, there you go. Awesome.
Oh, so Martin's the BBEG because he knows about it.
Yeah.
He helped
Really?
create it.
Again.
Again. Ha!
Again.
Again, Martin is my little ace in the hole.
That's my job this time.
You think Yorick's an idiot.
Cool. Anything else you wish to know or ask, Melissa?
No. It's very clean sailing. This is just kind of waiting to see what happens when we get to meet Madame Garfanon
Again.
and see what she has planned and what's going on and what we can do to help Florian.
Okay. Cool. Florian.
Yeah, nothing. Anything I ask would be more of an I need to know about my existential crisis situation rather than not spoiling the campaign type thing. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to finding out whatever we find out, but also liking how it's been going, the emotional changes and stuff like that of what Florian has had to go through for drips and drabs and getting this storyline and getting that, and yeah, it's I feel like I actually know the character a bit more.
Excellent. Good stuff. Celeste?
She's bummed that she couldn't scare Kalinsa, but at least she got,
I'm really sorry. That was my fault. I should have
that's
explained
fine.
properly. So I apologise for that.
It's fine. I still got to scare Melissa, so
That's
I'm good
true.
with that.
Yeah.
3 times.
3
in
times
one
today.
session.
Yeah, that was amazing. Yorick.
For 3 different people.
It's more of a question for me. When am I going to decide to make something for myself?
Yeah, I have noticed that you're very selflessly making things for everybody else. So
I was going to say in the moment, you're not the only one without anything particularly heavy duty magic wise, so don't worry.
You've still got 3 Hydra scales left. Maybe you can make yourself a new shield or something.
Yeah, possibly. I was wondering what I could do now. Braces, I thought maybe. Chaps. Should wear some nice Hydra chaps.
Yeah.
I mean, glorious. I like it.
Some assless Hydra shorts.
One for each head.
Very true.
Oh dear. Okay. Who's next? Gus.
No, I think I'm fine. I didn't get any. My plan didn't quite work out, but still saved the day by noticing the big baddie.
That is very true. You sucked at hunting, but you did notice the huge fucking monster.
Yep.
Nice. Good work. Always appreciate that. Let's see. Who else can we annoy? Trelador.
No, I was a bit annoyed that I couldn't get Riox like answer, but the moment probably wasn't.
Yeah, I mean yeah, I think that was probably the wrong moment when he turned up and went, right, let's do it now. And you went, actually.
Yeah.
Not the most convenient time.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Brain check.
You never know, that might happen. About a thunder check or something. Yeah. Let's see, Snow.
To be honest, I'm sort of. It's intriguing a little bit because every time the people are talking about tracking, they don't actually come and ask the actual tracker.
Well,
but that's a different question.
Yeah, there are 2 trackers because Gus is a tracker as well. So
yeah,
I'm just not very good at it.
Yeah, I'm kind of intrigued by sort of Peladas, and I'm going to keep asking him questions.
Always
because
wise.
I would just. Sorry, go on. I was going to say, I would just say you've stated out of character that you're a tracker, but in game you've mainly just snuck off and come back type thing. So we haven't seen you in game do many of your skills apart from stab people, really good at it, and not be seen.
Well, I found the camp the first time. I tracked them the second time after Kalinsa had covered their trail. So it is there, but
yeah.
not obvious.
I could kind of argue the same thing about people ignoring my criminal expertise when we need to do something shady.
Yeah,
because they're all so fucking honourable.
But yeah, it's sort of interesting. He's also very sort of like, I don't want to say irked, but he's very intrigued by Celeste's fun streak.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
Been hanging around with you lot too long.
It just seems like a very sort of sudden flipping personality. It's like, need to keep an eye on her.
Okay. And I believe last but very much not least, Miet.
Yeah, it's a grab bag. I feel like I've had my 1 week now of caravan being saved, so everyone's going to go to shit next week, clearly. Also, the humans get to tabaxi input dump, so that's great. I'm not jealous at all about that. And I had a third point and it's going to hit my head now. But yeah, the kind of the slow trepidation about, no one else's family reunions have gone well. So here I am back with my sister for week 2 and everyone's still alive. And it's like, oh God, this can't keep going on.
I hadn't thought about it like that. Perhaps I should, yeah.
I was like,
Make some notes about that.
The tutor and the family boat of Snow's dead. Celeste's mother missing a hand. Florian and his sister, possible end for the entire universe. Melissa and her ex-fiancé and the portal to hell. The dwarves, I only know that they're being hunted at the moment. Well, technically, we're technically still dead at the moment, so slight technicality, but we only haven't met their family yet. So at the moment, Trelador's the most normal. In terms of,
Somehow.
we've met. I know. But I'm just saying, we've met 2 of his siblings, but everyone's still alive. So it's like,
Yeah, but like Snow said, Trelador's an asshole, but he's our asshole.
oh yeah, no, I will fully defend him. I kind of want Clinton to hang around for a bit longer so I could order her around just to make Trelador happy.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Yeah, I really wanted to scare her.
I mean, Snow's fully willing to stab a bitch for Trelador, but
Oh, that's so
Yeah, mixed emotions and lots of dread.
Fair enough. Okay, so we will wrap this up. Thank you very much for watching, everybody who was watching. Don't forget to go and see all of our lovely friends that stream on Twitch, including Role Playing Gamers. Who else we got? Mr. Beanie, Gentleman Rightman, Ant Chapman. All the lovely people. David Banner, go and see him. He does a marvellous music show. Big sort of 80s, late 80s, early 90s stuff. Really cool. Been watching that a lot recently. Go hit him up. David Banner TV, I think it is. Something like that. He's really, really cool. Not the Hulk, but he's really cool. So, lovely. Thank you all very much for playing. You're all, as always, marvellous. I hesitate to ask, do we have Role-Playing Gamers session this week?
in theory, yes.
In theory.
Barring anything happening, yes, we have.
Okay, cool. We should definitely announce in 2-3 weeks' time, there will be a new campaign starting on this very channel, run by DM Martin. Don't have a name for it yet, but stay tuned. This will be on Sunday mornings, so sorry for those people who are...
Unnamed campaign. That is the official title.
The official title is the Unnamed Campaign. The Unnamed Campaign. So we'll...
Anonymous.
At the moment, the current intention is to start on the 10th, the week after a get-together.
Okay,
The
yeah.
barbecue.
The barbecue.
The intention is to just have the campaign named after the party, come up with a good name.
Oh, good. No pressure then. Okay, cool.
Yeah. No, but something natural that occurs between the gang.
Gotcha. Right. Okay. Yeah.
So that's our cue to name something explosive diarrhea.
Yep. Absolutely.
If you want. But yeah, I kind of don't want to just give it a name.
Yeah.
That is just either generic or telling of things. So
Okay.
That's fair.
That's fair enough. So yeah, stay tuned. We will try endeavour to start that on the 10th, and we will be streaming on this channel. So that would be cool. So we're back to streaming twice a week. That would be amazing. So yeah, have a brilliant rest of your week. We love you very much, and bye bye.
Bye bye.